You have to quit your job before you can get to that level that you've been dreaming of getting to. Like you cannot achieve your dreams until you quit that job, right? Now, I can tell you this because even for me, before I was able to like get closer to my dreams, I had to quit my job before I was able to even get to that level. Now, and I have a lot of people that I've worked with, a lot of clients, a lot of teammates, and all of that, that were never able to get to their full potential until they quit their job, right? So now I have my phone here, and it's because I usually go on tangent for too long, and I just have a few points that I want to talk on. So I have them on my phone here. I'm just going to be looking at them while talking to you. Now, the first point is why your job is the ceiling, why your job is what is limiting you from getting to your dreams. This is the thing. When you are working for someone else, when you are trying to get things done, trying to meet deadlines, trying to attend meetings, and it's all for the goal of somebody else, right? You're trying to achieve this company mission and vision that belongs to somebody else, right? When you're trying to do that, the job you are working for deliberately keep you in a position where you can't get to your dreams because they know when you get to your dreams, nobody's dream is to keep working. Nobody, I don't know if you're dreaming to keep working, but for me, I don't dream to keep working as soon as I'm 40, 45. I want to be able to retire at 40, 45, and enjoy my life. Right? So, but the job wants you to work for them until you're 60 or 70 before you can quit. Right? So they would never incentivize you enough to be able to get that life at 40, 45, or 50 because they just want you to keep working for them and keep getting better and better, and then they keep paying you peanuts until they've achieved their own dreams and their children will come take over and want to also achieve their own dreams on your back. So you're basically serving like two generations, right? So that is why if you don't quit, you might have a side hustle. You might have a side hustle for sure. But the side hustle would not pay you as much just because you are not giving it your all. And anything you don't give your all, you cannot get the best result out of it. This is why we are like over 8 billion people on this planet, right? And probably the side hustle you're trying to chase, there's like 100 million people also chasing that same side hustle. And then in the 100 million people, maybe there's like 5 million people that went all in, that quit their jobs, quit their daily life, quit the enjoyment, quit every single thing, lock in, and want to actually get the best out of that side hustle, right? So how do you think you can compete with people who don't have other things they focus on and went all in for that particular side hustle that you are also trying to do? Meanwhile, you on the other hand, you have a job that takes like 5 to 8 hours of your day. That's almost half of your day, right? And then you have to still do these other things. You need time to give to family, you need time to do this. And maybe at the end of the day, you only have 1 hour or 2 hours to give to your side hustle. How do you think you can compete with people putting in 12 hours every single day? You can't. You can't. Because they're literally doing your 6 days in one day. So by the time you are at the sixth day, they're already at the 36th day. Right? So if you take that number up for years and all of that, you will see that you are not even close to competing with these people. So you won't get the best out of it, right? So if you don't quit that job, it's going to keep you right exactly where you are, right? So even if you decide to sleep 4 hours in a day, just so you can put in more hours into the side hustle, right? By the time you do it for like 5 days, you are going to break down, and then you will not be so efficient at the job, and they'll be threatening to kick you off. And then the side hustle too, you will not be so productive just because you're not getting enough sleep. And at the end of the day, when you look at it, it's a lose-lose situation, right? So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is why people don't leave their job. the reason why people don't leave their job, right? The main reason why people don't leave their job is because of security, right? Job security. That's what everybody's going to tell you. When you go meet some of our grandparents, they'll always tell you go to school, get a degree, and get a job. It gives you job security, you get married and all of that. You're sure that your next paycheck is coming by the month's end, right? Or your wages is coming by the week and all of that. Now, that you have good security, right? You have good money to put into 401k and all of that, right? Now, you have good job security, and we humans are always more drawn towards not taking risk, right? We're always drawn towards not doing risky things. Like when there's a safe path, it's better for a human to follow the safe path than to follow the path that is not safe. And having job security is good, but then you have to sacrifice your dreams for the job security. If you really want to get to your dreams, you need to be able to sacrifice one of the two, right? You need to sacrifice the job security for your dreams. Just because this other path of quitting your job has no security, right? It has no security. And you can't stress this enough. Entrepreneurs don't have job security. That's just the honest truth. You're always on the edge. You're always on the edge. You're always trying to get this next client. You're always trying to close this next day, right? And when you do that well enough, you understand this game of entrepreneurship. You now get to a level where it's now secure, but you need to put in the reps for you to get to that level, right? You need to really, really put in the reps for you to get to that level. So if you really want to achieve your dreams, you have to let go of that fear, of the natural human fear of not wanting to quit or not wanting to do risky things, right? So, and then the third point is the reason why your side hustle cannot even suffice. Like I've even talked about this in the first point, right? Your side hustle cannot work out for you because you are not just giving it enough time. And you can't compete with me that quit my job and I'm doing it, right? I'm posting videos on YouTube. I'm posting 2, 3 videos every single day on YouTube. I'm going on live streams. I spend 1 hour, 2 hours on a live stream. Like I won't have a live stream later on today. You can't compete with me because I'm putting in like 14, 15 hours every single day into this. And you only have maybe 2 hours to spare or 3 hours to spare, right? So the last point is you need to quit before you feel ready because there's never a good time to quit your job. There is never a good time, right? There is never a good time to quit your job. You need to quit even before you feel ready because you never feel ready, right? That's what people always say, like, you need to be ready before you quit your job. No. What me I'll say is you need to be prepared before you quit your job. Be prepared in the sense of you have a clear vision of where you want to be. You have a clear vision of the steps you need to take to be where you want to be. When you are that prepared, you know how difficult it is. You plan for contingencies, and then you have some money saved up that will take you for like the next 1 month or 2 months. Then hell yeah, you're prepared. You should quit. But trust me, even at the point before you quit, you would not feel ready, right? And that is why a lot of companies cannot just give you leave to go chill at home for 2 months or 3 months because they know it's 2 months, it's 60 days. 60 to 90 days, that's all it takes for you to actually start living off your side hustle, start living off ideas that come from your head. It just takes 60 to 90 days. And that's why no company is going to give you a break of up to 60 days or 90 days because they know that if they give you that long break, you would actually come back to drop your resignation later. You come back to quit. And that's why they don't do that. All right. So I hope this video is good enough motivation for you to quit that job and lock in and achieve your dreams. And yeah, you can hit the follow button, like this and all of that, because I'm literally doing what I'm telling you to do. Right? This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing now. I'm no longer at the job. I now have time to shoot content, post it on YouTube, and grow gradually, right? So it's not something you get in 2 weeks. It's not something you get in 4 weeks. It's something that takes at least 60 days to 90 days when you put in the reps, right? So currently I'm living off the side hustle, right? I'm living off the side hustle because it's been like months since I quit my job, and now I'm at like 6K per month, and yeah, it's not something you see every single day at a day job, right? You can get this at a 9 to 5. All right, so yeah, that's what it is, and yeah, see you guys in the next video.